Hello again, YouTube! This is Dr.Kendo, and I'm back with Scribblenauts Unlimited, the Object Editor commentaries. I'm not taking new requests until July or August. Now that that's out of the way, we've started off with a Pegasus, and I'll go ahead and show who requested the item today for this commentary. It was a few users. I'll put their names up on screen now. So yes, I'm actually starting off with the Pegasus, which is kind of different than anything I've seen in Punctuation Plaza for this particular character. We're using a piece of a dragon right here to kind of add on to the legs of a Pegasus. The way that the stamps kind of go for the Pegasus legs is that it does have kind of two sections. You know, it's got an upper leg and then a lower leg where the feet are and stuff. So we're using these dragon's feet. What would all these dragon parts possibly make that are purple? Well, how many purple dragons do you know out there? Actually, I'm sure you can name a few, but this one is Spyro the Dragon. So yes, I am creating Spyro today. I'm actually going to do two different versions. One that's kind of more common that I see on Punctuation Plaza, particularly kind of how they've created. Of course, I'll put my own spin on it and my own art style. But this one right here is definitely unique in that I haven't seen anybody at least put it up on Punctuation Plaza or Miiverse or anything like that for Spyro. We're taking this same piece of a dragon's leg right here to make the belly part. Spyro does have a belly that it actually extends all the way, you know, onto the edge of his tail. We're typing in dragon tail to get the tail right here for Spyro. I'm gonna have to try to cover up the Pegasus's tail because unfortunately it does have that. You can't really remove it. And we're using this little shape in the geometry library with a dot for his eyes right here. Paint that shape white and the dot black, and then I always like to do a little bit of shine in the eye, give it some detail, so that's why there's another dot right there. Using that same dragon upper leg part, it's actually I didn't even mention this, it's the front leg, you know, the frontmost leg. It's like the second to last piece on his leg, you know, before it gets down to the feet. So yes, we're creating Spyro. I used an Allosaurus's head. An Allosaurus is a dinosaur. You might have noticed it looks like the Godzilla head that I used, you know, when I created Godzilla. We're gonna use tusk, like an elephant tusk or a walrus tusk. This is gonna create the horn shape on Spyro. I'm using this pattern, you know, the pattern library for colors. You can select one that has all these lines and stuff, and so that's what I've also used for his belly and everything. The reason that this doesn't, for me, look a whole lot like Spyro in the end is that the head right there, the head is, I think, the most different thing and stuff via my creation. The head normally kind of looks more like he's got like a big forehead, I guess you could say, in essence, you know, a big top part of the head, and then his snout and everything extends downward a little bit more and then forward. So that's something that we're not going to be able to capture exactly with the Allosaurus head. Again, I'll be showing you another version of Spyro, another design and everything. We're using dragon wings, of course. We can put this down for where the Pegasus's wings are. And while we're doing the scripting, I'll go ahead and say some fun facts. I love to research fun facts about all the characters and mention them here. Hopefully it kind of gives you guys some entertainment or something new that you might not have known. So Spyro the Dragon busted out into the gaming world in 1998 as Insomniac Games and Sony brought us the Spyro the Dragon game on the PlayStation. In that game, a spell was actually cast that freezes the world's dragons, except for one, Spyro. Because he's small and short, the spell actually doesn't hit him, and he sets off to save the frozen dragons of the world. Since his debut on PlayStation, Spyro has also ventured onto other consoles through many other games, notably on PS2, GameCube, Game Boy Advance, Xbox 360, Nintendo DS and 3DS, Nintendo Wii, PC, PS3, and even on the World Wide Web. Before I go any further with the fun facts, I just wanted to say that here's another design of Spyro, just using a dragon as the source object and using a beehive for the tail instead of the rattlesnake tail that I put on the Spyro there. You're going to notice the horns look different. I'm not going to keep these, but I just put that there in case you wanted to see a different design for the horns. That's using the little cat tail, like the little purple cat tail right here from the general 29-page library. But yes, I'm going to take that away and put the tusks back. But yes, where I was leaving off on the fun facts was that everyone should know about me. I love voice acting and the study of voice actors in general, so it's with great excitement that I mention that Tom Kenny actually did the voice for Spyro in his second and third games. Many of you will be most familiar with Tom Kenny as the voice of SpongeBob and Patchy the Pirate, but he also voiced one of the twin bots in the Transformers 2 movie, as well as numerous incidental characters on a cartoon that I love, Futurama. And yes, he's voiced plenty more than that, but it would take me way too long to run through more of his credits. So let's finish off the fun facts about Spyro, eh? This little guy has also made appearances in franchises other than his own, to include Skylanders and Crash Bandicoot. The last Spyro game that Insomniac was the developer for was called Spyro the Year of the Dragon, which was actually released during the Year of the Dragon, following the Chinese zodiac. There's much more we could probably say, but in the interest of time, I've got to move on. I was able to add a little little nostril part, I guess, to the dragon form of Spyro. So, you know, each design kind of had their advantages and disadvantages to them. So here they are. We're looking at the 2 Spyro designs that I've got here in Scribblenauts Unlimited. I hope that this kind of shows you how you could create him. Of course, I encourage you to, you know, throw in your own creativity, but you can see that we've got the rattlesnake's tail right there on the Pegasus Spyro, and then the beehive on the dragon one. I just thought, you know, Spyro does have that weird little horn tip thing on his tail, so there are, again, multiple ways you can do things in Scribblenauts Unlimited, which is why I usually frown upon when people say you could have done it this way or you should have done it this way because it'd be better. And that's just their opinion, and there's almost always another way that you can do something in Scribblenauts, so I encourage everybody to explore that on their own, you know? You can ask me for help, you know, if you are stuck on something and you want to do it differently than how I did, feel free to ask me for help. I'm not opposed to that at all. But yes, I'll try to go quickly with the other news here before I end the episode. I just wanted to say that I had announced yesterday a brand new hidden secret project that I kept from the world, involving 4 friends that I have met through YouTube or otherwise. But we're all joining forces and creating a new YouTube channel separate from Dr.Kendo commentaries. Of course, my channel is just going to stay the same as it's always been, but probably contain less of that multiplayer footage and whatnot, and we're going to put that on this new channel. It's called the Task Force 5. So I hope you guys can go check it out. I'll definitely annotate to it and have links here for you to subscribe or check it out. So if you've been on my channel and you know you saw the multiplayer like TF2, the Draw My Thing, the Left 4 Dead 2 videos, all of those videos, maybe even like the Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze ones, the Mario Kart Wii friend rooms, all of that good stuff. The channel is going to feature stuff like that and more. It's going to basically feature anything that's not Dr. Kendo commentaries, you know? So you get more content and you get to enjoy more YouTubers. So it's a win-win situation, and there's no reason you shouldn't subscribe over there, so go check it out. But of course, I appreciate everything. Leave all requests until July or August whenever I make an announcement then. And I seriously love all of you supportive people. You guys are the bomb, seriously. So I will catch you on the next vid, and thanks for viewing.
Down the road of twists and turns, always anxious to see what's within. We can look ahead to the point of no return, to the rest of our lives as a spectacle.